All right, guys. Hopefully you could hear us this time. We had some issues on our last stream here with good old Windows somehow just deciding our microphone was not going to work. So we had to power down the computer and restart things. And God bless my IT guy, David Wallace, out in Anderson tonight, giving me remote support even off the clock. That's what happens, I guess, when you're doing IT. All right, this is a look at things right now. As it stands, a line of severe storms working across the greater Cincinnati area, coming across Butler, Warren County now into Hamilton County. This is going to impact northern parts of Kenton County and northern parts of Campbell County, too. And out through Claremont, Brown County, up into Clinton County, Highland County. You folks under a severe thunderstorm warning until 8 o'clock this evening. So that is the spot that we're keeping an eye on. These are marginally severe storms, and what we mean by that is they're kind of on the low end of the severe thunderstorm warning criteria, which is for winds of 58 miles an hour or greater and hail of an inch in diameter or greater. These with winds of about 60 miles an hour and hail under an inch in diameter. But you can see here, as I'm going to take the radar off, there it is, and just show you the warning. Severe thunderstorm warning that does include the southern sections of Warren County, the southeastern section of Butler County, Hamilton County, Claremont, northern Brown, eastern sections of Highland County, and a good section, a good chunk there of Clinton County, Ohio, also under this severe thunderstorm warning until 8 o'clock this evening. The far western section of Clinton and the northern half of Warren there, that's going to expire here. I believe it's 7:30 this evening is when that one is coming down. Yep, that one's coming down at 7:30, it looks like. So, two different warning polygons on the screen, but the thing you need to know is that we've got some pretty strong storms moving into the area right now, capable of downing some trees, capable of knocking out power in these locations. I want to check one thing here. Forward speed on these has been increasing as they've moved in our area. Ooh, they got them at 55 miles an hour now. These things are booking it. They're booking it. Yeah, that's good because Ann wants to go to dinner once his storm's out of here. Not that Ann doesn't like tracking storms. Ann is next. We're on your page right now, so you should make your face. People are looking for you.
I'm here.
Over here. She is here. I know. We need two.
It's not big enough.
We need two microphones. There's Ann.
Just
Ann's here. Staying overtime today. She's like, "Do you need me to stay?" I'm like, "It'd make me feel better if you did." All right. So there's your arrival times. Butlerville 7:27, Anderson 7:28, Blanchester 7:33, Owensville 7:38, Fayetteville 7:44. Williamsburg 7:47, Leesburg, Ohio 7:50, and Mount Orab around 7:56 for this line of strong to severe storms that is working through the tri-state early this evening. So, again, marginally severe storms, but, you know, they could be enough to knock down trees, knock down power lines, knock out power for you. So the best thing to do if you're in the path of these storms, just wait them out, get into a sturdy building, center part of that building away from windows, and just wait for these things to pass because there could be some embedded wind gusts that are pretty strong with these things as they come through your neighborhood here. Speaking of that, let's look at the winds with this thing. Kind of taking a look at the wind data here. And yeah, I don't see a whole lot right there with these things. But, you know, even though the radar's not showing, I'm looking at a different radar. I might be able to show a little bit better. There we go. Yeah, I mean, I'm not seeing huge winds jumping out at me with this thing that's saying, oh my gosh, those are severe winds, but I'm sure there are some pockets in here It maybe we're worse than, yeah, up around 40 from the terminal Doppler. So, bless you, Ann. Ann's allergic to me here this afternoon. All right. So, again, we could see a wind gust to 60, maybe in an isolated spot along this line. Most of the winds that we're depicting here on radar are below that level. Below that level right now. Apologies to those that were trying to watch earlier and we didn't have sound. We had to do a little IT troubleshooting in here. And we got it working somehow, but we don't know how we got it working. The magic of Microsoft Windows, I guess, is what it was. So that's a look at, again, marginally severe storms. Maybe these are weaker than what they were back across Indiana. Also watching this cluster here, ooh, that one could clip parts of Ripley County. They got a severe thunderstorm warning back here in Decatur County, Indiana, and back to Columbus. Again, those are marginally severe with winds to 60 miles an hour. And that cluster of storms is going to clip western Ripley County as well. No warning for Ripley yet, but we'll keep an eye on that. You may eventually get clipped by a warning there. But they're coming through Cincinnati right now. These, again, they don't look terribly bad to me. Kind of marginal as far as what we had issue a warning for, but I think out of an abundance of caution here, the National Weather Service, our colleagues up there in Wilmington, are putting us under a severe thunderstorm warning here for northern Kentucky, parts of southwestern Ohio with these storms. And that will expire just over a half hour from now as these storms move through. Again, movement around 55 miles an hour, winds to 60 possible with these things. Just not seeing a ton of wind with them anymore, but maybe pockets in there, certainly. All right, got some storm reports. So they came through Butler County here. Trees down along Hamilton Richmond Road in Madison Township at 6:53. And let's see, there's some wind damage. Several reports of limbs down in West College Corner. 6:47, the estimated time for that. And up here in Fayette County in Indiana, near Connersville, trees down along South Wilman Road near State Route 1. Time estimated by radar to be around 6:20 with those. And just got some more reports coming from Butler County. They're popping up now. Trees down along the Swordsville Road east of Princeton. Time estimated by radar around 7:11 with that one. Okay, large limbs and power lines down along Stahlhuber Road northwest of Hamilton. Time estimated by radar on that one. So beginning to get some reports of some damage in across Butler County, across parts of southeastern Indiana with those storms. So yeah, these things will knock down trees. You know, wind gust to 40 with how our saturated soil has been. We'll take down some trees for certain. So that's why the Weather Service has the severe thunderstorm warning up. Looks like they just allowed the warning for Warren to expire. Not all of Warren. The southern part of Warren still under a warning, but the northern half of Warren, the severe weather has passed, so you're in the all clear there. Give you that again. So that's the only locations under a severe thunderstorm warning now. You've got up into the Wilmington area in Clinton County, eastern Highland County, the northern part of Brown County. We call it the Brown County Panhandle there, as I like to say, but some people in Brown County are saying, what are you talking about, Panhandle? I live in northern Brown County. It's a panhandle up around Fayetteville. The northern two-thirds of Claremont County, far northern Kenton, far northern Campbell County, good chunk of Hamilton County and southern Warren County. Again, you're under a severe thunderstorm warning until 8 o'clock this evening. Some small hail, but more importantly, winds up to 60 miles per hour possible with this line of storms that is currently moving through. Come back here and look at our velocities. Yeah. And we got a little line echo wave pattern. So a little circulation aloft near the International Airport. Don't know if they're talking about that on chat. Yeah. Yeah, there's a little circulation there. There's a broad, it's a broad circulation right here near CVG. And this is the kind of thing that we can get with these things. The tornado threat isn't huge, but it's one of those things that we need to watch. So we'll keep an eye on that. And again, as I've come down to the terminal Doppler here, not seeing it so much on the terminal Doppler as I am looking from Wilmington, where we're looking higher up in the sky there. So that's good. But when I looked at, you kind of look at how the radar reflectivity is there. You kind of say, okay, there's a little kink right there in the radar reflectivity. Keep an eye on that. But again, main threat is going to be winds here, perhaps to 60 through eastern and central Hamilton County, northern Kenton, northern Campbell, Claremont, northern Brown, eastern Highland, and a good chunk of Clinton County from Wilmington to points south and east. You folks continue under the severe thunderstorm warning right now. Once this goes through and clears the area, I think that's going to be it for the severe weather threat tonight. There's the severe thunderstorm watch, officially in effect until midnight. I think the threat will go away, well before that. I was talking to Ann earlier. I'm like, these models with these types of setups are notoriously slow. They're notoriously bad with the timing. They really can't handle the timing of these things all too well. So that's what the model shows. Again, modeling, you can't really model these events at all. I had a lot of people today, saying, well, my weather app, and I'm assuming they didn't have our weather app because we had storm chances manually put in today in the hourlies and everything. My weather app doesn't show any storms for Cincinnati today. I had so many people tell me that. I'm like, weather apps can't handle this. They just can't. The computer models can't handle it, so the apps can't handle it. Unless your app is done by human beings, they can say, hey, there's a chance of storms, broad brush chance through this whole time. And our meteorologist put in that app information. Ooh, pretty good storm there into Ripley County. Right now, yeah. But 44-mile-an-hour winds, 50 out of Decatur there. Estimated by radar now. So no warning for that, but pretty good winds. Even through there. To think that, yeah, and it's, again, the winds are 50 tops, and we're looking high up in the storm, so at the surface, they're probably going to be a little lower than that, even. There's our man, Jeremy Moses, in there, saying models in general do not handle these types of events well. Jeremy, couple that with the fact that last night there was no weather data from the western states for weather balloon data. You know, missing data and just not a good situation. But even with the data, the models they never handle these things well. That's why we say chance of storms, some severe, from late Monday afternoon through early Tuesday morning. That was the forecast, and that's kind of how it is here. Yeah, so looks like a little line echo wave pattern. Wonder if I can draw. There's my line. So you got your little warm front up here. Oops. Why did that go haywire? Let me try that again. Got your little warm front up here and your little cold front right here. And your little meso low right here over Cincinnati. And so this is all small scale storm stuff. No model can model this ahead of time, that's for sure. But that's what it kind of looks like to me. Okay, Union and Fayette County is out of the severe thunderstorm watch. They have cleared you. The threat is over in southeastern Indiana. That is the good news. Let's get back to our storm here. Why don't I just look right around Cincinnati? Right in this general vicinity. And so when we're on TV, people are used to hearing us talking nonstop. You know, as broadcasters, we got to broadcast and blah, 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 blah. If you watch a stream and we're in a situation like this, we're going to just kind of look at stuff and, you know, hang out. Looking at the velocity right here. There's definitely a circulation right there coming across the Boone-Kenton County line, but very weak. Very weak. Just want to keep an eye on that, but not too concerned. So, oh, I know what I want to look at. Let's look at our camera in the downtown. There it is. Getting hit with a pretty good storm here in the downtown Cincinnati, where we are currently under a severe thunderstorm warning until 8 o'clock this evening. So that is the view from downtown. Boy, incredibly humid today. You know, one thing we're going to have to watch is the flooding threat. As this comes through. Look at the flash flood warnings up north of Indianapolis. This thing, those are in the red area up here. They got flash flood warnings up there till midnight that are rolling. So those are 1 hour rainfall. Let me expand it to 3 just so we capture everything. So yeah, some 3-inch estimates up around Carlisle. Over 2 inches estimated in northwestern Butler County now. Down into Warren County, about 1 inch estimated by radar. Up here into Union County, Indiana, over 1 inch. So we'll be watching that. It's not going to take much rain to create a flooding concern for us. Ooh, back in Decatur County. Yeah, some estimates over 2 inches back there. Decatur County, Indiana. So heavy rain appears to be the main problem here. And again, frequent lightning. Let's look at our lightning counter now. Whoa! Over 1,500 strikes in the last 15 minutes. That is a lot of lightning, boys and girls. That's a dangerous aspect of these storms. You know, somebody asked me, and like, why don't they, like, if a storm has a lot of bad lightning, why doesn't it get a warning? And that's just not something they issue. They don't issue warnings based on lightning. It's only based on, you know, wind and hail. They don't base warnings on lightning at all. Any kind of thunderstorm can produce deadly lightning, even a tiny little summer pop-up thunderstorm that's isolated. So lightning is a given threat for these thunderstorms. If you're just joining Ann and I on our Facebook pages and YouTube pages, I'm on YouTube. You don't have the YouTube page. I've got a YouTube. You don't have YouTube, right? It's just Facebook.
Yeah.
No, you have a YouTube?
Do I need something special on YouTube? No,
Well, we could attach your YouTube to this. We've never done that.
No,
We haven't.
Whoops.
Well, we need to do that.
Yeah, I got
The more places we are, Ann, the better.
I know.
I would love to be on Ann Campolonga's YouTube page. I'm honored to be here on her Facebook page tonight.
We got a spotter report of 1.87 inches in the Loveland area near Ward's Corner.
1.87 inches in Loveland near Ward's Corner. So yeah, you can see why the flooding concerns are legit. This is, for whatever reason, this is showing sunshine, and I think that's an old report from Middletown. I don't know why that was showing. Ain't no sunshine in Middletown right now. Can guarantee you that. What happens is the computer constantly updates that until we start the stream, and then it stops. It doesn't update anymore. So I'm assuming, like, when we start the stream, the storms weren't in Middletown. It was an old report, and so that's why it's showing that. Okay, they're trimming back the severe thunderstorm warning now. That is good news. So there it is. Hamilton County, looks like you're out of it. You're in the clear from the severe weather in Hamilton County. There's still lightning. That's still dangerous. I wouldn't want to go out and stand under this big tower that we've got right now. It'd be a bad idea. But Claremont County, still under the severe thunderstorm warning around East Fork State Park. Pierce Township, Williamsburg, same areas that had the tornado Tuesday. You're under a severe thunderstorm warning now. Williamsburg, Mount Orab, Kirbyville, Harwood, Fayetteville, Dodson Township, Jonesboro, Martinsville, Wilmington, you're on the edge of it. Lees Creek, Sabina, you're on the edge of this severe thunderstorm warning that they're going to roll with until 8 o'clock this evening for winds perhaps upwards of 60 miles per hour as this moves through. And our information I'm double checking is still crawling on local 12 right now at the bottom of your screen there. Come back to our setup. This is such a fascinating setup. We get this sometimes in the summer. I'm going to look for my graphic that I used on Friday. Where is it? Did I delete it? Oh, there it is. So I'm going to show you guys this. I used this graphic on Friday and talked about the setup for today and how this is going to be the ring of fire pattern. We got the big ridge of high pressure, the big heat dome out west, and we're like on the edge of this thing now. And it's on the edge where you get these storm clusters developing and moving from northwest to southeast. And that's exactly what we've seen happen today. Let me see if I can bring up the radar loop here. Yeah. So there's the loop from today. And you can see how the storms developed up in Wisconsin, moved across Lake Michigan, and now pushing down across our area. So, you know, the ring of fire pattern in full force. The big high out here, and the storms come around the edge of that high. That big heat dome, and we get these clusters of storms, and the models can't time these ahead of time. They have trouble timing these 6 hours out. They have trouble timing them while they're happening, for crying out loud. And the reason for that, everything that's happening here is on such a tiny, tiny, small scale that the modeling just can't do it. And typically, a little hint for you, your weather app is going to be useless for summer thunderstorms, completely useless, because these tiny thunderstorms that pop up in even these larger storm complexes, extremely difficult to model, if not impossible. The greatest technology we have doesn't come close to even predicting these things. So as human forecasters, we say, hey, here's the pattern. Think we're going to see some storms. We've seen this before. We're recognizing the pattern. We're looking at a bunch of different models, ensemble models that paint more of a broad picture, as opposed to saying it's going to rain in Milford at 7 o'clock on Monday night. No model is going to do that, you know, far out with these complexes of thunderstorms very well. So what we had done in our forecast, we can go in and change the hourly forecast, not let the weather engine handle it in our app, which the weather engine is the group of modeling and AI that handles the forecast within these weather apps. And for the counties that are in the core Cincinnati metropolitan area, we actually have our meteorologists go through and do a manual 48-hour forecast. And so we had a chance of storms in from late this afternoon through after midnight into early tomorrow morning, because we didn't know exactly when the storms were going to happen. We knew there's a chance of storms during that time with this particular setup that we're seeing. All right, back to our cluster of storms. These continue to weaken as they move south and east. That's the good news, but we still have that warning that's going to roll for another 11 minutes or so. So we'll continue to kind of stay with you guys on the stream here. You know, we got so many people too, and that like have storm anxiety.
Right, that's the point.
And I was that way as a kid, and I still I don't like lightning. Freaks me out. I don't like to be anywhere outside when there's lightning. You shouldn't be. When thunder roars, head indoors. Tell the kids that all the time when I do school talks. But Yeah, so, if you're a person that has storm anxiety, that's one of the reasons we try to do these streams and try to be with you, because this isn't a serious enough situation for us to be on TV right now, since these storms are just kind of marginally severe at this point. Um, Speaking of that, let me go back to velocity here. And, sometimes in these situations we can get little spent up tornadoes. Yeah, it looks like that's just gusting out there in Kenton County now, in Campbell County. So, yeah. A lot of lightning coming across. Our friends in Campbell County around Cold Spring, we got a lot of lightning there. Yeah, just right there across Boone, Kenton, Campbell, Claremont, Hamilton County. We're up to 328 strikes here. 332 now in the last 15 minutes. So this is really, there's a lot of lightning with this thing. And, you might have dogs that hate the lightning, hate the thunder, and get upset. My poor Cody now. Oh, man. And they seem to grow into it. Like when they're young, they don't so much have it, but as they get older, at least in my experience, the dogs tend to get more anxiety with these things. So you might have dogs, you might have young children that also have, some storm anxiety, which is completely understandable. My solution to that would be, teach them about weather, get them some kids' weather books, and I was that way as a kid. The more I learned, the less scared I was, and then I became a tornado chaser, and I was chasing storms in college. Oh, you do? Let me see if I can pull it up. Is it a recently updated item? And the 2018 folder? Or 20? Okay, let me undo show folders. Anne's got something she wants to show us. Okay, hold on. We're going to get this up in real time. There it is. Good job. Anne's actually over there doing something. She's not just, and there she is, everybody.
I am here.
God, okay, tell me what you got here.
I got a shelf cloud.
No, if I can hear you. There.
Oh, sorry. We got a shelf cloud. Unfortunately, I don't know where Jill took this photo, but she sent in a few. We've got some good videos from Chime In. So if you have any photos, local12.com/chime in. But remember to leave like your county or your town or your city so we know, because I just don't know where this is.
I could probably pull it up in the metadata that's with the. I'll show you how to do that.
Okay. I just try to do that. I just try to look for that. Okay. Well, John knows more than I do, so.
I'm a geek.
I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, I'll show you how to do
Okay.
it.
My bad.
We'll figure it out. But Jill, thank you.
It's a good
for sending
photo.
that. That's really good.
Yeah.
That's so shelf cloud, not to be confused with the wall
cloud, right.
So you hear wall cloud. A wall cloud's like a low hanging cloud that a tornado can come out of. This is we need like 2 microphones. We gotta. I asked for 2 microphones for my tea like a while ago, and they're busy with more important stuff, I think, which is fine. But this is a shelf cloud, which is that cool air that rushes down out of a thunderstorm, and then the warm air goes up above it, cools and condenses. And so what you're seeing is the warmer air going up and cooling and condensing into this really cool shelf cloud that you see there. Jill, thank you. Thank you for sending that in. Such a cool picture. And again, if you got something, local12.com, you can click on the Chime In tab or go to local12.com/chime-in. So there's a look at things again. Yeah, most intense part of the storm, I think, is outside the warning in Campbell County, headed toward New Richmond right there. So let's give you a time of arrival on this section of the storm. And I'm going to kind of give this portion of the storm. Let's do it the next 15 minutes. So New Richmond, 7:56. Ohio Township, also 7:56. Mentor, 8 o'clock. Falmouth, 8:01. Hullington, around 8:03. Foster, 8:04. Wigginsville, 8:07. Felicity, 8:09. So not necessarily a severe thunderstorm, but a very strong thunderstorm with a lot of lightning coming through right now. Looking at the wind fields again. And this would be the area of the storm that I would watch for any kind of rotation. And there's some broad rotation there. So we got this warning for Claremont, Brown, Highland County, Clinton County. It's going to expire here in about 4 minutes. That warning is going to expire. So I don't think there's a ton of wind in this. I think it's once it got on the other side of 75 and out of that enhanced risk area, I think it lost a lot of its steam here. Definitely lost a lot of its steam. But it's this apex right here where this... I'm going to draw this again. Such a bad artist. But right here, where these two things come together, it's got kind of a broad circulation that's moving across Campbell County into Claremont County there. So that's an area we're just going to watch. But again, the storms are losing their intensity here, which is good. Very broad. A lot of lightning, though, in Campbell County. Woo! You just come in tight on this one storm here. Yeah, 319 strikes in the last 15 minutes. So yeah, you don't want to be out in that. It's a lot of lightning. And then back here, heavy clusters of storms. Diving south across Ripley County and southern Dearborn, coming into Ohio and Switzerland County now. No warning for this. It's not a lot of wind. But, boy. That's going to be a strong storm there. Cochrane, 8 o'clock. Aurora, 8:01. Bennington in Switzerland County, 8:04. Center Square, 8:09. Rising Sun, 8:09. Antioch, 8:13. Vevey, 8:16. And into Boone County, Beaverlick down there at 8:19 is the estimated time of arrival in that area for that cluster of storms that, again, is working through Ripley into Dearborn County and Switzerland County. Yeah, and these storms to the north have really, again, all the modeling, showed areas west of 75 are going to have the most instability and have the highest risk of severe weather. And that's where the Storm Prediction Center painted that level 3 or enhanced risk. So, those are the spots that... Oh, and Ann, if I didn't tell you already... since you've been here a couple hours extra tonight, feel free to show up whenever you want on Wednesday. Like, just as long as you do the 4 o'clock news. It's going to be a beautiful day.
I got breaking news for you.
Yes. What do you have?
About the Reds.
Okay.
Postponed it.
The Reds game tonight's been postponed due to weather.
Doubleheader tomorrow.
Yeah, I figured.
30 and 7.
Well, Yanni asked me, are they going to get it in tonight? I said, it depends how bad they want to get it in. If they wait late enough, they'll probably be able to get it in. But I guess they didn't want to get it in too badly tonight. I've seen them, wait and get games in when they have to get them in. But they're doing a doubleheader tomorrow.
Yeah.
Weather will be much better
Yeah, it should be great.
tomorrow. Humidity should drop during the day, though, I think.
It should get better.
And then Wednesday and Thursday are going to be woo.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. All warnings are off the board now. That's me knocking on Formica here in the weather office. So all warnings are off the board. It is not sunny in Batavia. Can guarantee you that. See if my cameras will come up. The UC camera started having issues on my little thing there. I'm not sure why. But the UC camera is having issues. So all the warnings are gone. So I'm going to go back to this view now. We have officially a severe thunderstorm watch, but they're trimming that back too. I think I've got that slide up here. I can show you that. And they're going to, as these storms move out, they're going to trim it. Because once these storms pass, I don't think there's any more severe threat. So Fayette and Union, you've been released from the severe thunderstorm watch. Highland and Adams County were never in it, even though Eastern Highland was under a warning until just a minute ago. But they didn't include you in the watch because they felt that the bad stuff wasn't going to make it that far east. Was the whole idea here. So Dwayne Pullman here, everybody. Dwayne Pullman. Come on in, Dwayne. Say hi to our streaming audience.
I hear it's raining.
Congratulations on your big win. Come on, sit down.
Thank you.
There are no warnings on the board right now, so we can do whatever we want now.
Let me take off the advertising.
We don't have to.
Hi, how are you? Come here.
You know,
How are you?
I had a Hyundai that reached 290,000 miles
That I believe about
before a deer ran into me. No, I didn't run into the deer.
you. The headroom, John. The
It
headroom.
ran into me. Oh, well. You know, Dwayne, this is a low budget production in here.
Yes, I had noticed.
Very low budget. Very. Only the finest for us
Okay,
here in the
I'm-
weather.
I'm
We didn't
like-
even
I
have a
feel-
microphone
feel
working earlier.
incredibly small
I know.
here.
Here. There we go.
Okay.
There you
And
go.
then I'm going to adjust this.
So, thank you. Good
Oh.
luck with that.
We'll just,
Yeah, it's it's a little.
it's a little wonky,
It's
but
a
that's
little
fine.
wonky.
Oh, you got a mic in your
That's
face.
okay. We want to hear from you.
Okay, so how are you?
I've been busy. I've been streaming here for a while.
Okay, so talk to me about what's going on because I now, as the paper reported,
Yes.
I now live in Louisville as well as Cincinnati.
Oh my goodness.
I have moved into a house.
I saw that.
My wife is there.
You're
and
a good
I'm back
man.
and forth. I literally drove the highway today.
So your wife, she grew up down there.
Yes.
She's got family in the area.
So
and
just so you know, the paper put it out. They never called me.
wait, the paper put it out?
Yeah, paper.
Wait, what?
Inquirer did an
The
article.
Enquirer did an article?
They did an
Was it
article.
a slow news day?
They said, "Is Dwayne Pullman leaving Local 12?" And they answered it from the Facebook post where I said, "I'm not leaving Local 12." No, the reason I did it, I'm not hiding from this.
Okay.
Sharon has been, my wife, has been up and down the highway since
Yeah.
we married to
'Cause
take
that's
care
her
of her
people.
mother.
Yeah, her mom's down there.
Yeah, and her mother is doing okay, but she needs help and
Yeah.
she gets there. Almost every weekend she goes. And Sharon herself is a cancer survivor,
Yes.
and so 18 years now.
Wow.
And but there are effects from that, and I just had to pull the punch and get her back home.
Yeah. So you're commuting from Louisville
Mhm.
down 71.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I'll go back tonight. About an hour and 40 minutes.
Okay. Well, there's some stuff between here and there right now. There's
Okay,
some severe
so
storms. So let's talk about Dwayne's drive to Louisville.
yeah.
You don't want to leave now. Wait a little while.
Anybody weighing in? Do you get any feedback
Yeah,
here?
we do
or
over here. Yeah, I've got comments, and we talk to people. So
Well,
there,
let me say hello to some of them.
There's
So Dorothy's here. Dorothy Barber, Michael Purdon, Nicole Sebastian, Suzanne Franklin. She's watching.
Christine Atkins.
Yeah. And you got Melissa Henderson, Tina Ray, Ryan Legg, and Norma Roberts. Here comes Karen Schefter. Thanks for joining.
Got
That's
people
cool.
on here.
Yeah.
So you want to wait? There's some severe storms right
Oh,
here
I don't want to take off now.
that are headed down
So let me
that
give you
way.
let me give you a report. On the way here, before the rain started, there were 2 serious accidents on the lane, whichever you consider that. It's the southbound
Okay.
of 71
All right.
toward Louisville. One was pretty bad. The second one, when I got closer, forgive me, I don't know the mile marker. It was around just past Carroll County. A semi literally it looked like obliterated a van.
Oh no.
It was terrible.
No, that section of 71 is not.
Mm-mm.
It's hilly.
I'm looking
it's-
for alternative routes. I really am.
Yeah, that's a rough road. I travel that a ton for my daughter playing soccer.
Look
down
at this.
there.
We look like
all
a talk show from
We
the
do.
50s.
Yes. I know the classic
I
microphone.
know.
I call this my Paul Poteet mic.
This is
That's the-
by the way, you do understand I'm the last boomer.
Are you the last?
I'm the last
The
generation
last
of boomer.
boomer.
They actually have a new name for it. I forget it, but
You're a young boomer.
I'll take that.
A young boomer.
So how bad is this? Is it dissipating?
So this stuff that is riding on the edge of our viewing area down here.
Forgive me, I'm chewing gum.
That's okay. This stuff is kind of nasty.
You're allowed to chew gum on social media.
You can do whatever you want on social media. You can have dead air too. We can just sit here and be quiet.
Good.
Smells,
Why
smells really good.
I only have one extra piece. Is that right?
I keep trying to tell him about his trip to Louisville tonight.
It's a Mento. I like those. Yeah. You
So
wanna-
that's the only stuff I'm worried about. But once this gets down
How
here, give it a half hour or so.
So John was pointing. What county is that? Once it
So-
gets.
Once it gets down here, so you got Jefferson County, Scott, Clark County down here.
Oh wow.
Once it clears this area, you should be able to sneak in behind. Now your trip's not going to be great. There's going to be a lot of rain.
Yeah, let me
And
do.
it's just-
I'll do a confession for you. I have been on vacation and have worked every day except 2 of those.
Wow.
I'm still on vacation tonight. I'm still on
And
vacation.
you're here on vacation.
Well, it's because
Be a
you
law
can't.
against
Well, but no, you literally you get these contacts who say, "Hey, blah blah blah." What am I going to tell them? I'm on vacation? No.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not. Let's do the proverbial. I'm not digging ditches. I'm doing what I love, so I like it. Oh, that looks nasty. What is that?
There's a broad circulation there, but it's not nothing that
Are you allowed to say that?
terribly concerned about.
What's the pink? Isn't that problematic?
So that could be hail. So that's a good question, Dwayne.
Thank you.
Dwayne asking questions on behalf of the viewing audience.
So that might be
So,
hail.
yeah, so down here there could be a little bit of small hail.
And is
It's
this
not
is it
anything
showing
bad.
any circulation to you?
No, not there. But a little bit, maybe a little bit of small hail there. In
Can I ask a
southern
bigger
Pendleton
question, Mr. Meteorologist?
County. Yeah, sure.
Why did we get these storms?
I explained that a little earlier,
I wasn't watching.
but if you
sorry.
weren't watching, let's explain it again. So I did this graphic on Friday.
I'm going to move the mic so I can hear you.
I did this graphic Friday pointing to today's weather here.
Right.
Let me see if I can find it.
Oh wow, that looks nasty. That's a lot of lightning.
There's a lot of lightning on your path down that way. Let's see.
So again, we're getting this because is it a front or is it?
Well, there's a
collision of two
front.
things?
There's a front on the way, but
Oh.
really, you heard of these heat domes, Dwayne?
Yeah.
Right. The national media, the heat dome. 50 million people are under extreme heat warnings.
I was
Whatever.
thinking Thunderdome.
Well,
when I hear
yeah.
that.
The heat dome's centered out west, and it's edged into our area slightly.
Oh.
So that's why it got warmer, more humid. But it's on the edge of the heat dome where we get these thunderstorm complexes firing.
Is that because of the circulation of the air?
Well, you've got the clockwise circulation,
Yeah.
so they follow that flow pattern from northwest to southeast.
Oh, wow.
But you also, on the edge of the heat, it's a thermal gradient, right?
Okay.
It's a difference,
that means a
in air
difference of
temperature.
right.
And you have a difference in humidity,
Oh.
so you have a moisture gradient. And so all of these things help to fire storms. Then you have these little ripples in the atmosphere, like waves on an ocean,
Yeah.
that come around the edge of these heat domes that kick off these storms. And those little ripples, they're so tiny, so small, so insignificant that we can't accurately model them where they
Okay.
are, where they're going to
Yeah.
be. But just the tiniest one can kick off these big clusters of storms.
So inherently, storms are instability in the.
Well, they're
am I
driven.
correct
They're
on
driven
that?
by instability. Yeah, essentially.
I
So
don't know enough.
that's okay. So I'm going to show you. You saw my graphic there. I'm going to
Uh-huh.
show you what happened today. As I expand this out, you're going to see how these storms tracked out of Wisconsin today, and they've come into our area tonight. So
And
They
that's
started
all
up
be-
here.
Oh, you can see the circulation.
yeah,
from
and they've
the
come
heat dome.
right around the edge of this big heat
Is that
dome.
heat dome is it continuing to expand?
It's going to kind of back off a little bit now. So we're on the edge of it today. It'll kind of push back west. We'll get a little. The
Yeah.
front comes through, so we erode. The front comes through from the north. We erode the edge of that heat dome, so it gets a little cooler, a little less humid into the
then-
middle of the week. And then it starts to expand back our way this weekend. So we'll see some more storm chances
So,
as that happens.
Like probably Sunday when I'm anchoring.
Well, yeah, there's a good chance of storm Sunday. It
so-
looks like right now. Hopefully that changes, but
So let me ask a bigger picture question
sure.
because this is bothering me, and so many other people bring it up to me. This has been a weird summer.
It's been
Do
a
you
weird
agree?
summer for sure. Yeah, it has been.
What's made it so weird?
Well, part of what's made it weird has been this progression of fronts from the north that have been coming in, giving us the less humid air, giving us a push of cooler air, like we saw last week.
Right.
That hits the humid air, the warm air, that creates storms, and that creates active weather, essentially. So,
You said Highland County. This is Pam Booth. You said Highland County wasn't included in the severe storm watch, but it's black out here in Newmarket, and it's let me see more, and it's thundered a few times. Now it's started to rain a little.
yeah, and so your severe threat, Pam, is over in Highland County. There was a warning for western Highland County briefly earlier, severe thunderstorm warning. They weren't included in the watch
Okay.
because it was felt that the severe weather would not make it that far to the east. So the Weather Service decided, nah, we're not going to include Highland in the watch. So there's got to be a cutoff somewhere.
You saw that Vicky Smith said power is out in Loveland.
And I did not see that.
Huh?
Wonder how many power outages we have right now.
Can we check that?
And we'll
on-
check that. Anne's here. She'll get on it. Oh, your parents are in Loveland?
Hey, I just found a new role. I'm the reader of questions.
Yeah, maybe you should do every live stream with us.
I know, right?
I'll be
Well,
here. I'm fine.
get
I
Dwayne in
love-
here.
I love being around this. Yes, I do actually.
You like hanging out with John and I think more,
I do.
and you're helping us.
We appreciate it. We appreciate your
Dillsboro. This was
expertise.
earlier. I don't know how much earlier, but
Yeah, there's
the Rising Sun Ohio County Tourism Indiana said windy and raining hard with lightning in the Ohio County portion of Dillsboro, Indiana.
1,000 years. So how many total did back out?
So if you ask a question, I'm going to make sure he gets it. Let me look here.
14,000 now without power.
Did you
14,000.
see an indication of where's the cluster?
Kind of all over.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, Loveland specifically east of
Yeah,
downtown.
14,000.
East of downtown in Loveland, to answer that. Oh, a concert at Riverbend is canceled or delayed. I don't know.
Reds postponed tonight.
Yeah, they
So-
stopped the game.
Yeah,
They didn't start.
They didn't.
they never started. No.
They delayed.
I
They
thought
held
I
off.
thought earlier someone was commenting on the Reds themselves this year when they said, "Oh, they never started."
They never started.
Maybe.
I love the Reds, just for the record. I'll be a fan of the Reds.
It's been a
forever.
tough season.
You know what?
Tough
We
season.
got a great manager.
Yes.
You got great talent. It's going to gel. We are going to be there.
I hope they figure it out.
It's the Cincinnati Reds, for God's sake.
So no warnings right now. Still watching these storms.
Anybody else have any
Back there.
questions I can ask John, since that's my new role? No one?
We're going to wrap this up soon and let Ann get to dinner. Ann's been here over 2 hours beyond her typical stop time.
By the way, Ann's
But it's
a
not her
great person.
vacation day, so
Great person.
if your vacation day, you wouldn't know. She would not be here on vacation day.
I'm listening and watching. No more new questions. So, listen.
Good.
The best. The best.
Thank you, Dwayne. By the way, congratulations. Talk about what you won.
Oh,
I know you don't like to talk about it all the time, but
well, so this year was a good year, I guess. But let's keep in mind, journalists think a lot of themselves as a general rule. We cover heroes. We're not heroes. So the people who I covered allowed me to tell stories that did make a difference, I hope. The special, remember the new special I did
yes.
on fallout,
Absolutely.
contamination, and cancer? Contamination, cancer, and death. That won for best news special.
neat.
The story I did on the radioactive landfill, which was separate, the Fractured Trust, that won.
And by the way, you and your wife looked marvelous in
Oh,
the
thank
pictures I
you.
saw.
Thank you.
Matching, like, whew.
Thank you.
Really
She's
nice.
from Louisville, and her mother wanted us to wear Louisville.
I saw that.
Cardinal
Yeah,
Reds.
that's what it was.
And then the other one, I'm trying to remember. Hold on. It was so I said that one and that one.
Dwayne's won so many
I don't
awards, he can't even
remember.
remember what he's.
I won
He just
3.
puts his stuff out there, and
It really is one of those things that I really appreciate it. These are judged by peers that are hard to
fantastic.
win. But I will tell you, you remember the early Emmys that had the square bottoms on them? Were you around for those?
yeah.
I had many of those. I'm down to one.
Really
They've replaced those early Emmys because they always broke.
interesting.
So I moved so much that they got rattled around. So I have a lot
They
of
just
like
kinda
broken
broke off,
wings
yeah.
and et cetera. And along the way, so when people ask me how many Emmys do you have, I can honestly say I really don't.
I don't know. They're in a
I don't
box,
know.
broken
They're a bunch
somewhere.
I don't know.
And you just moved, so you probably broke a few more.
Yeah,
That's fine.
no, they came out. I
Oh,
think
they came out
fine,
okay? Oh,
yeah.
good. You had a good
I
movie
kept the
company.
boxes. I learned to keep the box. So
That's good.
listen, here's the thing about this summer. This summer has not really had like a break of true summer.
Yes.
No breakout.
So there's a super El Nino forming,
Oh, okay.
so we talk about El Nino, La Nina. It's a natural cycle of the
Which
water.
is the child.
Yeah,
right?
it's a natural cycle
Or baby?
off the coast of
Boy.
South America. You got the boy and the girl,
Okay.
the El Nino and the La Nina, the opposites. So
I took French.
this
but
is
go on.
this is the El Nino, and I always think of the great Chris Farley skit when he's got the wrestling belt on. It's like fantastic. El Nino, which means the Nino. But
I met him.
did you meet him?
I met him
course you
at a
did.
Wisconsin, a University of Wisconsin game. I
Wow.
went up there with my brother as a Buckeye.
He is a
fanatic.
Wisconsin guy, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was in
Oh.
there. I go, oh my God. He goes, oh my God. I was like, I love you.
That's funny. But the El Nino is the warmer water off the coast of South America in the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah.
And so the La Nina is the opposite. It's cooler water. Well, and it naturally goes back and forth. It's just what it does. But this time around, the El Nino is a super El Nino.
Yes.
So it's like supercharged. And so it's changing weather patterns a bit. And I went back and looked at research, and our summers leading up to a super El Nino or a really strong El Nino, our summers have always been mostly wetter and mostly cooler than normal.
Lydia, you said you can hardly hear him. I'm wondering if that's me because I can't imagine. I've never been accused of that in my life. Okay, so our rain, this is from Sean. Our rain in Hamilton, Ohio is getting a little bit heavy tonight. Does that compute?
Well, I'm sure it was earlier. It looks like it's kind of going down
Okay,
right now.
before I go, I'm going to make a confession on the dumbest thing that has happened to me in a very long time.
Okay.
There were big glass doors at this establishment I was in.
Okay.
And they swung open. They were like barn door glass doors. I come out of another area to leave. I push on this, bang up right into the glass. It literally didn't move. Glasses shatter.
What?
Yes, and I cut my nose and started
What?
bleeding.
You
Swear
did
to God.
what?
I swear to God. I've never done that in my life. It was like I looked over at the people. They all stopped, and I go,
Is there video of this somewhere?
Oh, my
I
God.
want to see
I
it.
said, this is
There's got to be security
it's
footage
like
somewhere.
a commercial. I couldn't believe I did it.
Wow.
So anyway, I'm playing injured. I'm playing injured.
Injured on vacation.
I don't know.
What did I do? I put this in the wrong mode.
I always tell John you don't hear on, and I say this to Ann as well. When we're in commercial breaks, I happen to be geeky and I like to watch all of the weather stuff, and so I really can't express enough. And I know this sounds like gratuitous stuff. These guys are amazing. They are amazing.
Thank you, Dwayne.
They really are. And I know other people claim to be this or that. I would take this whole weather team over anything else. They're the best.
Thank
So,
you. And I will pay you just like they're paying someone to say that.
little bit more. A little bit more. I'm leaving.
Ann's like, what? I can't believe you said that.
Am I escorting you out?
Me?
Yeah.
I have to be released. Can I be released, John?
I'm
Wait, what? I'm not sure we're done here yet. Oh, goodness gracious. You know, as soon as you leave, Ann, you know,
No, I would come back, John.
something's going to happen.
I would come back to
just
help
stay
you.
here. It's weather.
I know, but
What do you have to eat?
I don't. That's what I need. I need to go get food to feed on my dog.
Where's your dog?
At my parents'.
Oh, is that your parents' house?
You should bring your dog to be a hit.
Thank you, Ann's parents.
Well, he would have been here if I did, but my parents said something.
All right. Nothing severe right now. Strong storms. Bracken County, Brown County, Brooksville, Georgetown. Let's give you a track on these. Down here. These are going to be moving southeast out of the viewing area soon. So Ripley, Germantown, Hyatt, Mount Olivet, Maysville, Sprigg Township, Manchester, Mayslick, all in the path of these storms here. Non-severe, no warnings. They are just strong storms working there through Brown, Bracken, eventually over to Adams, Mason, and Robertson County. So those are the spots we're keeping an eye on right now until these storms exit. And then more back here into Boone County, Switzerland County, Gallatin County. Those two, some strong storms working through these areas. And we give you kind of a track on these as they move southeast there. So Oak Brook there, the Oak Brook neighborhood in Boone County, 823, VV 826, Verona 829, Carrollton around 833, Piner 835, Dry Ridge 838, New Liberty 842, Locust Grove 845 with those storms that are moving through. Again, nothing severe there, but those are just some of the stronger storm clusters that we are looking at. The severe thunderstorm warning continues west of our area right now. They've got that as a considerable threat. Interesting. And that's why, Dwayne, I told you not to leave for a while. Clark, Jefferson, Scott counties in Indiana, they got a considerable 70-mile-an-hour wind threat with those storms moving right towards 71.
Why is it always
So-
worse out there? I don't know.
Well, the Weather Service in Louisville, they, you know, They issue warnings a lot, and big warnings a lot, and they, they're on top of things out there. Is that a good way of saying it, Ann? Yeah. The Weather Service in Louisville are on top of things out there. They're on it. So, you got 71 through here.
Is that going to come to us?
So, no, it's not coming to us. In fact, let me.
Do you want me to call my wife and see how it is? Let's get her on the phone.
Let's see. And I just realized I didn't have the street level mapping up. There it is. So these storms are going to settle down to 71.
Hi, I'm at the station, and John Gum is on the air right now. Well, he's online. He's streaming. And he's looking at Louisville and saying, oh, my God, there's a lot of wind there. Are you seeing anything? What's going on?
Well, it's not quite there yet. Dwayne's on the phone with his wife.
Well, that's true, but are you seeing anything?
So,
okay. She has no rain and it's
good.
dark.
Those are north of her. So it's going to be on top of I-71 in the next
It's on the I-71.
20 minutes or so,
So
Dwayne.
he's telling me to wait to drive back.
Just wait a little while. You'll get behind it. Wait another 15 minutes
He
or so.
says 15 minutes will be good.
They're coming. So there's your neighborhood in Louisville. You're in Louisville. They're coming from the north.
Yeah,
So
we're out off of, or she is off of Schneider.
oh, you're down here.
Right in,
Down here, so in the east side. So yeah, so let's give an arrival time.
it's just in this part.
Okay, well, let's see when they're going to get to you. So like down this way.
She says thank you. I'll put her on speaker.
There you go.
Do we have your
So I don't know if there's any of the.
Right.
I don't know if they'll be able to hear her anyway on this microphone. So hello, Sharon.
Hello, John.
How are you loving your new home?
Oh my gosh.
Did Dwayne get everything organized yet? Because he needs to get to work doing that.
You're so funny.
Let's see. So where are we? Where are you? Are you kind of near St. Matthews?
No,
there,
you
or-
have to go.
you're out.
zoom in more.
Well,
Can
I,
you zoom in?
well, I just did an
So
arrival
it's-
time.
I don't want to give it away.
Yeah, I know.
It's
I know.
Right in here.
Right in between the two.
Right here.
Between St. Matthews
Yeah.
and Highview.
You know who asked me that? Eric asked me that on air.
Eric asked you on air. So what's your address, Dwayne?
I was like, well, but you're not getting any rain or you're not getting wind?
Nope. It's north of her.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's north of you. Just keep your
It's in Indiana now.
eyeballs out for it, okay? All right. We love you.
Nice talking to you, Sharon.
Bye.
God bless you.
I think she's coming out of her shell.
So there you go.
Oh wow, John! Look how much was removed from the watch.
So the watch has been trimmed back considerably. Let's pull that up now. We're going to release Ann in like 3 minutes.
You've got a lot of people watching.
There's the watch. I don't know why they're watching us ramble on. There's still people on here watching,
John Gum.
even though the thread is over.
What do you think they're watching?
I don't know.
They're
Well,
watching-
as we were talking though earlier, Dwayne, there's a lot of people with storm phobia that want to see updates when there are storms in the area.
I just like to watch John
We want us to
Gum or
keep on top
Ann.
of it.
I
So-
really do. I think it's fascinating.
That's what we do. So there's the watch. It's been trimmed back now. Only covers the southern part of the area now. They said it goes till midnight, but that's it. It'll be gone well before that with these storms rolling on through really fast. So just our northern Kentucky counties and Switzerland County left in the watch here.
Sean Davis is tired of these storms tonight.
I'm tired of these storms too, Sean. I want a summer that's just quiet summer. It's been way too active, that's for sure. Way too active.
You think
So
the threat-
that's some
is
big
the threat
time.
Over? Yeah.
The threat's over for most of our area except the far south, but still some strong storms moving through the south. Lots of lightning. How many lightning strikes do you think we have now, Dwayne? Dwayne,
Yeah.
how many lightning strikes do you think we have right now on this map view? Count them. This is like counting M&Ms in a jar. And if you get it right, then you get the jar of M&Ms.
last hour?
Last 15 minutes.
Pick a number.
15 minutes. Just-
1,500 strikes.
1,500?
Oh!
Dwayne nailed it!
Hey! Woohoo!
Wow.
Dwayne!
Yes.
Wow.
That's good. When you said 1,500, I'm like, yeah.
Let me just say something.
Oh my god.
I'm just going to make it clear. This ain't my first rodeo.
Dwayne nailed the number of lightning
I cannot
strikes
believe
there.
I get that.
Wow.
1541, it wasn't exact.
There you go. Well, I mean, that's as close as you get. You win the jar of M&Ms
M&Ms,
tonight.
where are
Yes. And we'll get them from the vending machine for you.
There you go. Get
I
Andy.
get an Andes.
There you go.
They've
You
been
get
there
Andes
for
from
a
Eric.
while.
Eric brought those in months ago. They might be a little stale,
How would you know?
to say the least. I had
He,
one.
Doesn't he always look good? He's so
Oh,
well dressed.
Goodness gracious, Dwayne.
Always well dressed.
I'm not on the Emmy voting committee here.
But if you were, wow.
Oh, goodness gracious.
So is in terms of a storm threat,
Yeah.
was this shaping up to be really bad?
Not really bad, but enough of a threat that we were concerned about power outages, down trees, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So more of a straight line wind threat with this one as opposed to the one we had on Tuesday. Let's look at our storm reports now. So here's where we've had some stuff reported.
You need a multi-camera.
I know, right? I told Ann we need more microphones. So yeah, over at Lunken Airport, 46-mile-an-hour gust.
Let's get a hold.
So 46-mile-an-hour wind at Lunken Airport.
How much?
46.
Is that bad?
Tree on building in St. Bernard.
Oh, that's terrible.
In Silverton, tree fell on building, wires down.
Is this also online? They can find this.
North College Hill, tree on the building there. And in Finneytown, tree on vehicle and wires down in Finneytown there. So those are some of the reports that.
Is that
they're
also
coming in.
because the ground has been soggy?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Got a wind gust up here. So I haven't seen any of this stuff. We're looking at this in real time. 47 miles an hour in Fairfield. So that's below severe criteria. So severe thunderstorm is 58 or greater. That's considered severe. But we're getting some gusts in the 40s that are knocking trees down simply because, some areas have had a lot of rain lately. Others have not. There's another one. Trees down. Yeah, I saw that along Swordsville Road east of Princeton. So that's one. That's a report we had
Are
earlier.
The winds predominantly from the west.
So they'll
east?
come from northwest to southeast with
Okay.
these storms. The same direction the storms are moving
Right.
is how they've been. So
Wow, you got a lot
there's
of
where the
reports.
reports are. Yeah, and we had some back in Indiana a little earlier.
Can I ask a really basic question?
Yes.
How do you get these reports? Where do they come
So
from?
they come via the National Weather Service, these storm reports. So we are monitoring their feed of products that they send out. And so then it pops up as they send it out in real time on our map here when they send it out.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's cool.
So those are
It's
some
not
of the
cool
storm
that
reports.
The stuff fell on.
Yeah,
I mean, that can be dangerous.
absolutely. Absolutely. But again, no warnings right now for our immediate area,
Right.
which is fantastic. But some strong storms that are working across the south right now.
Is it pushing south?
It's pushing to the south. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yay. Is it off the 71 corridor now? I think it is. Close.
Well, the heaviest is getting ready to come into the 71 corridor. But if you leave here in a little bit, you'll be behind it. Is my luck, because it's moving really fast. This stuff's moving at highway speeds down there.
Really?
So yeah, this stuff's been moving over 50, 55, some of it. So
I don't know about the whole hat.
I think you're good with the hat.
You think so?
Yeah, yeah.
I think
Leave it on
so.
backwards. Let's
I'm not the cool kid. No.
leave it on backwards. Let's see. We're still streaming. On my page, we still have 65 people watching now, even though the storms have cleared the area, or most of the area. So it's because Dwayne's here,
No, that's not true.
and
It's It's a John Gum effect.
We've got some stuff. We haven't seen Ann enough. We've been on Ann's page the entire time. There's Ann.
And
She's got to pick up
come on, Ann.
Flynn.
Yeah.
Got to go get Flynn.
Who?
Who? Who's Flynn?
He said phlegm.
Flem. Yeah, I worked with a radio DJ. His name was Flem.
Dude, really?
That was his on-air
Terrible name.
radio name.
Did you spell
Well,
it?
it was a stage name, I guess. He's a really intelligent guy, really
Did he
smart.
clear his throat a lot?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, so. All right. So it's moving through the southern county.
It is, yeah. Yep.
And it's hitting Union a bit there.
Yep.
And my old stomping ground, Independence.
Looks like it's just to the south of there now, Verona,
Oh, yeah.
the Verona area. Yep. So heavy storms in Verona.
Anything severe in Adams County is being asked.
Nothing in Adams County that's severe. Nope. Got some rain coming through, and that's about it. Nothing severe anywhere on the map right now, actually. So these storms are moving out. They're moving to the south,
Yes.
getting out of here right now. So, again, nothing severe on the map in our immediate area. There's some just outside of our viewing area. The Weather Service in Louisville still has a warning up for Clark, Jefferson, and Scott counties there in Indiana for 60-mile-an-hour winds. Those storms are going to come in and kind of clip Carroll County. Dwayne, safe travels, my friend.
Thank you.
Safe
Best
travels.
In the business.
Be very careful on 71. Don't like that drive. So Glencoe, Carrollton, Bedford, Sanders, Dry Ridge, Williamstown, Locust Grove, Delville, all in the path of that storm. Again, non-severe for most of that. So we're not concerned about it too much. All right, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave radar up here for a little while as these storms exit the southern part of the area. So I'm going to loop this. I'm going to give it on a wide view here. And so we're going to continue to stream this. I'll continue to keep an eye on this. But I'm essentially going to just let this radar stream. If you want to watch it, I will come back if we have any additional warnings. But for now, I've got to walk Dwayne to his car with an umbrella to make sure he doesn't get wet. Because that's what we do for Emmy winners around here. We'll see you guys again soon. Let's see.
You're back.
Well, I'm trying to get the full screen. There it is. That's what I'm looking for.
Cut your mic or it's gonna
I'm cutting the mic right now. We will be back if any additional warnings are issued, but we will leave the radar rolling here with the warnings displayed. Again, one warning for Indiana just outside of our viewing area. That's it for now. Parts of our southern area still under a watch, and it's not sunny in Lebanon, I guarantee. That's old data. All right, guys. Storms moving out. The severe thunderstorm watch for the entire area has been allowed to expire now. So we are clearing out. Storms are all moving south of Cincinnati. The warnings are now well out of the local 12 viewing area now, with some rough weather heading into central Kentucky right along I-64 is the worst of it now. Looks like the Weather Service in Louisville is warning for winds to 60 miles an hour and some small hail down into the Lexington area now. Bourbon, Harrison, Scott, Boyle, Fayette, Jessamine counties all under severe thunderstorm warnings right now that expire between 10 and 10:30. So the storm threat is ending. Everything moving south of Cincinnati now. Severe thunderstorm watch again has been canceled for the entire tri-state. So for the last few of you on, we are going to wrap up this live stream. I want to thank meteorologist Ann Campolongo, who was here helping me earlier. She has since gone home because she has to be back tomorrow morning. I want to thank Dwayne Pullman, who stopped by. I hope his drive to Louisville is going okay, and hopefully Dwayne is safe down there. And I want to thank all of you for joining us on our live stream on this Monday evening. We've got some reports of downed trees and power lines across the greater Cincinnati area coming up here in 15 minutes. You can join us live on local12.com/watch or on Star 64 WSTR. We'll have our newscast coming up on Local 12 News at 10 over on Star 64. But again, you can join us live on local12.com/watch. And I've got some cool pictures I'm going to be showing off that you guys took and sent in on local12.com/chime-in of tonight's storms and storm damage. If you do have a picture, please visit local12.com/chime-in or just click on the chime-in tab. You can upload the pictures there. We would certainly love to see them. But the severe weather threat ending now for the greater Cincinnati area here at 9:46 on Monday evening. So we are wrapping things up right now on this live stream. Again, want to thank you guys for joining us on the live stream this evening. Hope you guys stayed safe in the storms. We don't see any big storm chances back until the weekend. That's when some chances return for Saturday and Sunday. Until then, we're going to get some less humid weather, some nice weather.